Welcome back to the SCG show. I'm your host, SCG, and if you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, and please check out the links in the description below this video. What is gaslighting? Gaslighting is the secret form of emotional abuse. It is manipulative, it is toxic, and is normally used by narcissists and psychopaths and sociopaths in order for them to get you to do whatever they want and believe whatever crazy stuff that they truly believe as well. Write in the comments if this sounds familiar to you. You know deep down that you're self-aware. You have strong opinions, defined goals, and I think really at the core, most people know who they are and what they believe in. But then all of a sudden one day, out of nowhere, you begin doubting things that you've been so sure of all of your life. You're questioning people's motives, you're second guessing things that you've always trusted, your confidence is now suspicious, you've got your wall up, you're thinking, is this right, is this wrong? You're a bit neurotic, a bit paranoid, and then you think to yourself, am I crazy? Am I going crazy? Make something abundantly clear, you are not crazy, my friend. And if you can identify with any of what I've just said before, it's most likely you're a victim of the most modern dating trend as well as narcissism, and that's gaslighting. Gaslighting is a manipulative tactic in which a person, to gain power and control, plants seeds of uncertainty in the victim. The self-doubt and constant skepticism slowly and meticulously cause the individual to question their own reality and sanity. That's how dangerous this is. But what's the definition of gaslighting? The best way to examine this abusive behavior is to go straight to the source, which was a film in 1944 which was called Gaslight. The film tells a story of a husband systematically brainwashing his wife to the point that she legitimately thinks she's going insane. The wife fights to protect her identity, all while the husband viciously tries to take it away. While it never disappeared over 7 odd decades later, gaslighting has fully resurfaced into the modern dating world. Additionally, the movie Gaslight also touches on how gaslighting can lead to the victim developing a form of Stockholm syndrome, which I'll do a video about soon. The victim becomes so uncertain of their sense of reality that they are now solely dependent on the gaslighter. So think of yourself as Disney's Pinocchio, and think of the narcissist, toxic person that's gaslighting you as Stromboli, the puppeteer who goes around and wants to control the marionettes. Yes, Pinocchio's got no strings, but he wants to put strings on him to perform his act and to get him to act and control him in the way that he wants to in order to profit off him and make money off him. That's what's happening to you. Your strings are being pulled by somebody else, and everybody is at risk of it. And I'm going to give you several different examples now of what gaslighting is and how this might be resonating with you. And if I've left anything out, or if I've not got it right for whatever reasons, please, by all means, put your examples in the comments below. By commenting below, you're actually helping individuals who are finding these videos and finding this content answer questions that they've doubted for possibly most of their adult life, or even their entire childhood as well. You could have been gaslighted by your parents, your teachers, your spouses, your boss. It doesn't really matter who's done it. It's most likely that it's happened and you've heard about it and you're researching it and you want to seek answers. There is nothing wrong with seeking answers. This is what separates you from the people that want to heal and improve their lives, to the people that are blindly going to a grave where they will not understand what has happened to them and be confused and blame everybody and play the victim. Yes, you are a victim of gaslighting, but if you educate yourself like I did and understand what is happening to you and realize that you are being emotionally abused, you can then take the necessary steps to combat this behavior and become stronger and a better individual as a result of it. Here are 8 signs and examples of gaslighting in the sense of a dating relationship or marriage or even friendship. It doesn't really matter. Here's some examples. I've gone over this many times, but narcissists and toxic individuals are normally liars, and gaslighters are the same. People who gaslight tell very blatant, obvious lies. You know that they're lying. The issue is they are lying with such ease. It's just a pattern. You begin to question everything and become uncertain of the most simplest things, whether they took the trash out or whatever. This self-doubt is exactly what the gaslighter wants. In my perfect example is when I had a narcissistic friend who used to always lie to me about where they were going out. And they had no social media, but I did. And I would say to them, "Oh, what are you up to tonight?" And they say, "Oh, nothing, I'm not going to do anything." And it was a Saturday night, and I had a feeling that they were doing something, but I didn't really want to question it anymore. And then an hour or so later, a mutual friend of ours posted an update on Instagram, and we saw pictures and videos of these people who insisted that they weren't going out, and they were partying, drinking, having fun. I wasn't invited, I wasn't included, and I was lied to. And essentially, it's so obvious. You know that that person's lying. You can hear it in their voice. But that's the example. That's what they're doing. They're blatant liars. They're not subtle. Some narcissists are very, very good liars, and toxic people as well. In terms of gaslighters, the lies are obvious. You know, they might be saying, "Oh, I didn't get drunk last night," and they stink of booze, or like they've been out. And in terms of relationship advice, "Oh, I didn't see this person, I didn't go there." And you push them and press them a bit more, and then you find out all of the signs are there. Like you say, look at social media, track their phone, whatever. This is why it encourages paranoia and obsession and insecurity, because you're thinking to yourself, well, where is this person going? You know, I don't believe they are going to work. I don't believe they are saying they're doing what they're doing. There's another example of that, which we'll get onto later. But a huge sign is they are very blatantly and obviously lying to you. Another example of gaslighting is denial, aka deny, deny, deny. Again, you know what they said, and you always remember what they said. However, they completely deny ever saying it. The gaslighter may push the point and ask you to prove it, knowing that you only have your memory of the conversation they have denied ever saying. It starts to make you question your memory and your reality. You begin to wonder if the gaslighter is right. Maybe they didn't really ever say what you remember. Consequently, more and more often, you question your reality and start to accept theirs. There was a married man that was having an affair that was a family friend of ours many years ago. And when I was en route to work, we used to take kind of similar routes. So I would be driving, and sometimes I would see this married man. He was self-employed, and he, ran his own business. But I began to see him more often with another woman. Now, this man was married with 3 kids, happily married, and you would never think in a million years that he would ever cheat on his spouse. But the gaslighter is going to deny it, even though you've got proof. Now, I never took photos when I was driving, and this was a long time ago, so it was just before social media. This was the days of MySpace, years ago. So I couldn't really record him, and I didn't have dash cam or anything like that. But I began to see it more often that he would have different women in his car. And also, he was self-employed, and he had one employee, which was an old Asian man. So why on earth would he be with other women all the time? And also, where were these women coming from? And these women were half his age. He was middle-aged, in his 50s. These women were about 20, 25, blonde women. I don't know where they were from, but they were very attractive young women. So I confronted him on this, and I said to him, "Listen, I don't mean to be rude, but I keep seeing you on this motorway that we shared on our ways to our offices and work. We didn't work together, but on the same route." He goes, "Oh, really? Did you?" And I said, "Yes, and it's definitely you. You pull up next to me. I try to get your attention, but I often see you with different women. What's going on? What are you up to?" "Oh, no, that's absolute rubbish. No, it's not me. It's not me. You're not seeing me. You're not seeing me. You're not seeing me." It was him. I knew his number plate, because guess what? He had a personalised number plate. It was the same car, same colour. And you see him all the time with different women. Naturally, over time, he got himself caught, and his wife has divorced him, and he's now bitterly miserable and single, and he doesn't see his kids often because he's lied and betrayed them all. But that's what they do. They deny. And it actually made me question my sanity. I thought to myself, am I going crazy here? is this guy a doppelganger? Does he look like this family friend that I know? Am I going crazy? Well, no, impossible, because it's the license plate. That's what this happens. That's what makes this drive you crazy. You start to question yourself and you think to yourself, well, I'm not stupid. I'm not crazy. I saw that person. I saw his car. I saw where they were driving. I saw where they were going. And it was them, 100% for sure. So I'm not going crazy. It was that person. It was that individual. And that's where the effects of gaslighting starts to question reality. These people, in this example, is basically they will deny and deny and deny and push it back on you. You're the crazy one. You're the one that's not seeing things clearly. You're the one that is lying and creating fabrications. It's not true. Whereas we've got eyes, we can sense, we can see things. We're not stupid. It's them that are denying it and making us look like fools. That's the truth. Best pieces of advice I was ever given by my grandparents, amongst so many, was actions speak louder than words. And that is so true. Notably, a person who gaslights just talks and talks and does nothing. Their words mean nothing. Therefore, it is important to look at what they are doing. The issues lie in their abusive actions towards the victim. You will be promised the world. I will lose weight. I will stop smoking. I will invite you to this. I will do that. Oh yeah, I promise to achieve this target by the end of the year. And then 2, 3 years, sometimes 10 years, even longer pass by, and nothing has changed. It's remained the same. It's because their words are lies. It ties in with the first things. They are liars. It's just words. It's so easy to promise anything. It's so easy for me to promise you, I will give you $100 tomorrow. That's it. I promise you. You need money, you need help, I'll give it to you. And then they never fulfill on their actions. They're some of the most flakiest and most manipulatively lying people, these gaslighters who just promise you everything and they never deliver. So remember that. If you have been promised things or told things, I will be there on time, I will invite you to this, I will do this, I will stop this, do that, whatever, and their actions do not actually weigh up what they're doing, it's most likely that they're gaslighting you, and it's a lie, and it's obviously not true, and all just a game and a tactic used against you, unfortunately. One of the most frightening and scariest parts of gaslighting is the methodical timeline that the abuser uses against you. The manipulation happens gradually, and over time the victim morphs into someone completely different. Have you noticed that over time with a narcissist you have to tread on eggshells, or you can't talk about certain things, or you can't do certain things because you realize that there's consequence against these things due to their insecurity and their gaslighting, and you question self and you can't actually be who you are anymore. I remember I couldn't used to answer WhatsApp calls because ex-narcissists will be on WhatsApp watching my every move like a hawk, and then if and when I would get a WhatsApp call from a friend or someone I'm working with or whatever, I would often be asked, who are you talking to, what are you doing? So then you start slowly eradicating that. You can't answer WhatsApp calls, you can't do certain things, and then you start molding into somebody that you're not, essentially the person they want you to be. And it's the slow death of self. It's the death of who you used to be to become who they want you to be. And it's a gradual thing. It doesn't happen straight away. It's over time. I've done a video on this with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Prince Harry's now getting isolated away from his family. I don't know what's going to happen with them, but I have a prediction that, based on my experience, that eventually he will be a shadow of his former self, and that's what normally happens. You just become this different person, and who you are on the inside and who you're meant to be isn't allowed to flourish and thrive, and you become essentially a shadow of your former self. This is a doozy, and that's projection. Goodness me, the amount of times I've been projected on by narcissists and gaslighters and toxic individuals is uncanny. If the gaslighter is a liar and a cheater, they are now accusing you of being a liar and a cheater too. You constantly feel like you need to defend yourself for things you've never done or hadn't done or even think about doing. This happened in relationships with me. I was often accused of cheating. You're cheating on me, you're talking to other girls, you're flirting with other women, you're thinking about other women, you want to sleep with other women. Well, what did that actually mean? They're the people that are flirting with other people, other men. They're the people that are flirting with other people. They're the people that are cheating, not you. I've had the same with friends. Only recently, a friend of 30 odd years projected on me: you're overweight, you're a loser, you can't talk to women, you're unsuccessful, you're not going anywhere in life. I hate this about you, I don't like this, you need to do something about you. I'm telling this because I love you. Yeah, that's projection, that's abuse, that is totally unacceptable behaviour on any level. But expect that from the gaslighter, expect that from the narcissist, expect that from the toxic individual. What they're doing is essentially projecting their own insecurities, their own actions that they feel guilty about in their own sick, twisted way onto you. You are not a springboard, you are not a cushion that needs to be, or a punching bag, emotional punching bag that deserves to be abused, that deserves to be tolerated with such negative behavior. Do not allow it. But also remember, when this happens to you, it will be horrible and it will hurt and it will make you cry. It will destroy you. But at the same time, remember, whenever they're accusing you of things that you've never done or you've never even thought about doing, it's kind of like an inadvertent way of them admitting what they're doing to you. Next sign is confusion. And without a doubt, people crave stability, and the gaslighter knows this. I've often been told, and I've often thought, that I want a simple life. I like structure, I'm a creature of habit, but naturally, life can be unpredictable. But with a gaslighter, a toxic individual, and of course a narcissist, it's always going to be unpredictable. The constant confusion that the abuser has instilled leads most victims and people to become desperate for clarity. More often than not, the victim searches for this clarity in the abuser, thus continuing the cycle and increasing the power that the abuser has. So if you're looking for that consistency, you're looking for that just simple life. I've often stressed that I've just wanted to have a simple life, particularly with narcissistic friends and narcissistic relationships. They don't know how to be consistent and they don't know how to have a simple life. I just wanted a white picket fence, a nice house, a couple of kids, no drama, no stress, and just to get on with my work, achieve my goals, work hard, do things I enjoy. Simple as that. Believe it or not, there are plenty of people out there that are living those lives, and that's been my dream since coming out of narcissistic relationships with friends and with lovers as well, romantically. I have now focused on my tranquility and my peace. SCG show has given me the opportunity to speak to people all over the world and coach people as well to understand what they're going through and realize that it is not normal and it shouldn't be tolerated. And the confusion is a definite consequence of these people's actions. But you can eliminate that confusion over time by eliminating contact and proximity with these people. Confusion is normal because they want to alter your reality to their reality, and their reality is based on lies and madness. It's like literally building a house out of straw. It will come crashing down. It will be exposed. It's not stable at all. Strive for stability by eliminating toxic individuals from your life. Simple as that. I would certainly not be surprised if you've had this stupid accusation thrown towards you, aka you're crazy, or you're blowing things out of proportion, or you've misread what I've said, you're misinterpreting it, or no, it's not my intention to hurt you. The gaslighter knows you are already questioning your sanity. Gaslighters also know that your search for clarity and stability in the person who is purposely causing the confusion. Therefore, it's easy for them to say you're crazy, and it's even easier and more dangerous for you to believe it. Furthermore, the gaslighter may also tell other people that you're crazy, or you're oversensitive, or you're disrespectful, or whatever. And people will possibly side with them because they're so manipulative. This way, if you were ever to approach them for help with your abuser, they wouldn't believe you because they've already been subject to the smear campaign. Oh, hey, this person's crazy, this person's bad, whatever. The gaslighter has given them a heads up that this would happen. Be warned, they're going to come to you to say that I'm crazy, but really they're the crazy one. You're too crazy in their eyes to be taken seriously. My goodness, what abuse that is. How mad is that? I mean, I've had narcissistic friends that project onto me in the past and say, oh, you're this, you're that, you're terrible. And I stand up for myself and say, well, actually, I'm not. But nobody would believe me. Why is that? Because they've already smeared the campaign against you. They've already gone around to the people you love and that are closest to you to tell them, well, actually, they're the crazy person. SCG is the bad person. I'm the good person. Trust me, you know I'm good. You know they're crazy. You know they're stupid. You know they're toxic. Always believe me. Do not believe them. That's utter rubbish. And I'm here to tell you, and if I'm the only person that tells you, just believe me, you're not crazy. They're crazy. Again, it's like the cheating thing. If they're turning around to you and saying, you're cheating on me, I know you're cheating on me, that's them basically admitting to you that I'm cheating on you. Yes, but I'm going to twist it in a way to make out that you're the one cheating. And when they're saying to you that you're crazy, it's the same thing. It's basically a secret, and what they're admitting to you is, I'm crazy, I'm toxic, I'm not good for you. Run a mile and stay away as far as you can for as long as you can. The final sign is a real difficult one, and that's where they make you believe that everybody else is a liar, everybody else is the problem, everything else is the problem. It's the government's fault, it's the council's fault, it's my boss's fault, it's your sister's fault, it's your parents' fault, it's her parents or their parents' fault, it's the system's fault. It's everyone else's fault, everyone else is the problem but them. The abuser may also tell you that everyone else is against you and that they are all liars. Again, believing that everyone else is lying to you forces your sense of reality to be further blurred from the truth. People who gaslight want their victims to turn to them for everything so that they can continue the abuse, aka isolate you from everything else. I remember being twisted against friends, twisted against family members who loved me and cared about me, all because I believed a manipulative gaslighter, aka a narcissist, toxic individual. It's not true. You know who has your best interests at heart. You know who's there for you. You know who's helped you, and nothing has ever changed. Nothing has ever got worse. The only reason things are now more toxic and there's more drama in your life is because this manipulator and this toxic individual has brought it into your life, and you have allowed it to escalate to the point of madness where it's beyond control and beyond accepting. You need to put it to bed immediately. In conclusion, ultimately, these people have no right to abuse you, and if you resonate with any of these signs or any of these things have happened to you, you need to take a stand and you need to walk away and you need to go no contact quietly, safely, and plan it in advance. Do not make a big song and dance about it. Do not do it abruptly, because you will be met with more narcissistic injury and abuse and manipulation. You need to plan it, and you need to stand up for yourself, and you need to do it in a safe and good manner. But perhaps there's some signs I've left out, or perhaps there's some tips that I've not really touched on or you'd like to elaborate on. Please write it in the comments. Share your experiences. Share this video for someone who you think is going through this, or you might assume is going through this. Or maybe you're someone that wasn't sure and you've resonated with this and you believe someone else could actually benefit from this as well. But whatever happens, be safe, take the right measures, do your research, and this is SCG wishing you all the best and signing off for the next video.